Hello there. My name is David Mordini, and I'm applying to be the Associate Director of Mission and Ministry at your university. Now, I know I look young and naive, but I know a lot about my faith, and I know that there are many problems revolving around it right now, especially in the involvement by our college students. I've done peer ministry before, and I do know what I'm doing, and I'm positive by the end of this video that you'll be calling me back, begging me to join your team. Yes, begging. Now, as I see it, there are three main issues that affect our youth's involvement in the church's practices while they're in college. First, I think that their beliefs don't always align, and that scares them away. Two, I think masses can get long and boring for some people. And three, there's just a lack of basic knowledge of the church's teachings. I've been dealing with this problem myself for many years in high school, and I am quite adept in fixing this. And I think the solution is very simple. I think a little bit of education could go a long way, and my plan of action would be to start sitting down with the students and discussing our beliefs and how they align with the church's. It's important to let them know that just because their positions may not align with the church's, it doesn't make them a bad Catholic. Then we can explain to them the significance of each parts of the Mass. That's made it much more enjoyable personally, and it's worked for me personally. Just take it from some of my peers at my high school.
What's your name?
My name's Luke Colosimo.
How do you know David?
I had a class with him second semester.
And how has he helped you grow spiritually?
He's been a really supportive friend with all the stuff that's been going on, and I really appreciate that.
Okay, what is your name?
Leo Duffy.
And how do you know David?
I met him in math class.
How has he helped you spiritually?
I was really stressed out, kind of overthinking grades and things, and I get tests back, and it wasn't going really well, and I was kind of getting in a dark place, and David came over and talked to me, kind of explained just to pray about it and really concentrate on it through God, and it really helped out.
I think the perfect way of delivering my message is through social media. Last year, I made this Twitter page for my peers to give them fun, interesting stories about their faith that they would enjoy. I retweet posts from our religious leaders and organizations, and even tweet myself occasionally about a wide array of issues affecting our world today, and my peers really do enjoy it. Don't just take my word for it. Here's what they had to say.
It's pretty great. It really helped me kind of answer some questions I've been having.
It's pretty interesting, but it's helpful.
This would be the first thing I would do to catch the attention of the students, and I would love to have as much success on these issues here at the Loyola University in New Orleans as I did back at my high school. I also think that an event for the students would be beneficial to them, as well as being a great publicity event for the whole school. I think a concert and speaking event would be the perfect idea and could draw in a few celebrities as well. Here's an idea of how that could all go down. It would be in the early spring from 7 a.m. to noon on a great lawn with performances by Hans Peterson, Adam and I, Agape, Elena Boudreau, and guest speakers including Archbishop Michael Amon, Bishop Cherry, Father Mike Schmidt, Matthew Kelly, and maybe even Tom Brady. There'd be local street vendors selling a variety of New Orleans foods such as fried chicken, fried okra, gumbo, and maybe even popsicles for dessert. Well, maybe not that. That's kind of disgusting. There would also be vendors there selling religious items such as rosaries, Bibles, and hand crosses. I do understand that part of the job description is to form intentional disciples. And I think the most important way to do this is by building relationships with one another. And I think that the most important and effective step to take in forming relationships is to listen to one another's opinions. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything everyone says. Rather, you need to be open to others' opinions. And the most effective way of doing this, I think, is by communal group sharing sessions where everyone would have the chance to share what they believe about their faith for everyone else to hear. Now, when it comes to actually becoming a disciple, there are 5 steps that need to be followed. First, there needs to be an initial trust. This trust can come from those closest to you, like a parent, a teacher, a priest, or even a good friend. And trust is very important because without it, we can't get any closer to God. Secondly, we need to be spiritually curious. meaning that we need to be intrigued and ask questions about Jesus and his teachings. Third, we need to have a spiritual openness, and this means that we need to be open to changing ourselves at a more spiritual and emotional level. 4, we need to seek out answers to our faith. You can do this by asking questions of your priest, a nun, your professors, or even just your parents. It is very important that you're persistent in your quest to find answers. And lastly, you need to become an intentional disciple by completely committing yourself to following Jesus. It can greatly change your life for the better. Trust me. Well, that's all I have to say today. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope to hear back from you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.